to get the big check, which you all know I love, and we're going to give the presentation. Big count smart, Carol. So we're pleased to give you $10,000 to pick out smart.
Tell you how much I appreciate that, and what I'd just like to tell you a little bit of what Kuntz does. We've been in existence, actually, next year we will be celebrating our 50th anniversary. And it started with a group of people that were concerned about the stigma that is associated with people who are alcoholics and alcoholism. And they got together and decided that the community of Lancaster needed to be educated to take away and dispel that stigma and the fear and shame that is associated with that. And with that, they, an organization was formed that was called the Lancaster Council on Alcoholism. And from that, education was brought out, not only adult education, but also working for youth, because as we know, there is not just an issue with adults using, but also with children beginning at the ages of 12 and 15 years of age. So we developed a whole program that would help youth that were going through the justice system, but we also started looking at those youth who were children of alcohol. And we developed a support system for them and programs. And from that, we saw that there were a lot of other issues that children were dealing with in their lives. And those same risk factors that they were dealing with that led to drug and alcohol use were also working toward other unhealthy behaviors, sex, violence, and things that we look at today in deciding what types of programs that we want to bring out and support our youth. So we started with an elementary youth support program because, yes, that's what we have to look at in looking at prevention programs. And we developed a whole series of sessions that we have facilitators that work throughout the whole county and work with groups of youth that are identified as at risk for any of these unhealthy behaviors. And they're identified through the teachers and administrators. And they work with youth facilitators, and we have an actual curriculum that helps them and guides them to build their social skills and to build their effective communication and to be able to deal with what's going on in their lives. Because it's not just that the parents are now using alcohol or drugs, but also for low socioeconomic issues, for mental health issues that are going on in their lives, and how do they overcome it? Very little. They don't know. They don't have the understanding within their brain to say, oh, I can deal with this. So what are the skills and things like they need to develop this? The funding that you just bestowed upon us, and thank you so much for, goes to a specific program called Future Generations Youth Leadership. It was developed about 20 years ago and started actually with Pastor Rick, I don't know if he's here today, in First Presbyterian Church, and it's still there today. It is an after-school program that helps kids not only with their social skills, but it also provides a good role model, an adult role model in their lives to help them through what's going on. It also provides tutoring. It works for academic skills, attendance, those things that carry them through to graduation and 4 years. So when we look at what they're doing, we help them through all that. We also bring in activities that help them in just learning about the world. And we bring in guest speakers to also teach them what they're doing in their lives. One of the other components is that they have a summer camp that is 1 week long that takes place in Frederick State Park. And actually at the end of June, which we have counselors that actually went through the program as you start 5th grade, that they become part of this program, and they go through all the way through high school. And what these counselors said, all want to be back, they all want to do community service. They work to mentor these other young students coming in. They work as tutors to become a part of that. And then they work to get themselves into high school and then post-secondary education. When this program first started, very few of the students would get through to becoming, graduating and going on to 4-year level or 2-year degrees. Now, we had our largest group of students that recently graduated, and they were some of the first of their families that even entered into any kind of post-secondary education. And what this money also was doing, computers, fund uniforms, those things that they really need that could help offset and take off some of the costs for that. And the last thing that you also have supported for years is through the summer program. And that is what we have our Camp Connections, which we did have a presenter here. I guess it was in September, right after it occurred. And it was it's an excellent program that works on careers and career development, and also looking at, taking them throughout South Central Pennsylvania, as well as looking at colleges, looking at careers, building skills, those soft skills that so many employers are looking at, but so many youth do not have in order to be responsible adults, and also to go to community service. And every one of our students have to do some community service project in order to go through this program. And we have a whole rubric that we look at based on attendance at school, academics, as well as behavior issues, and that these students go through those 8 years of school. Following through on this, then they are eligible for that scholarship, and we try and help them. So all of that